Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Des Penny here again from Proteus. I hope you had a great week and a great Australia Day long weekend if you were lucky enough to have an extended one. Look, I'm filming today from Melbourne where it's in excess of 40 degrees. So right up front, I'd like to give a shout out to those wonderful SES volunteers and firefighters who are out there working to keep us safe right at the moment. And even to our own Grant Davis, who's currently fighting the actual fires in South Australia. Keep safe, Grant. Keep safe, everyone. And thank you for what you do. So last week I got told that I kept looking down when I was doing my video. And on reflection, you're completely correct. So I came up with an answer this week that I think might remedy the problem. And it's this. Why not? You can't see where my eyes are. Now I know that that's not the solution, and also I can't see a thing when I have these off. So I guess the reason I was looking down so much is because I'm just a shy person. That's not the reason at all. But anyhow, this week we'll just have to eyeball each other. During 2020, when everything was getting a little too overwhelming and things were really so uncertain, I developed a little model to help me put things back into perspective for my own life and my own leadership. You may already be aware of this little model because I have shared it before, but I want to share it with you personally today because although it's so simple, it worked and it really kept me very grounded during some of the most challenging times that I've ever had to deal with. So much so that I decided to apply it into my life on an everyday basis. And it's a way I start every day now in my leadership role. It helps me put things into perspective and helps get me focused for the day. So here is my very simple 4-step method, and it's called the STOP model. The first step in the model is to slow down, to chill out, to calm ourselves so that we don't make mountains out of molehills. You see, we can't achieve anything when we are trying to do too much because we simply cannot focus. And it's also in this situation that we make very poor decisions. So we have to ground ourselves. We have to settle down, calm down, stop before we venture in to the things that we have to do during the day. The second step is to take stock. Identify what's really happening, what's important, and what is just noise in our life. And this is a time where we get our priorities right and get some order back into what we need to achieve during the day or in this situation. Take stock. Have a look at what is really happening rather than letting everything be expanded in our head and blown out of proportion. The third step in the model is this, to own it. Whatever the situation is, we must own it and we must take responsibility for our part in that situation. Because if we don't, what we tend to do is we continue to try to handball everything off to everybody else. But until we own it, we can never really work towards a solution for that situation. So there will be things that we'll have to let go of. But there'll be other things that we have to totally own and take responsibility for, so that we can move forward. And the fourth part of the model is to proceed. Now that we've slowed down, taken stock, and owned it, it is time then to take appropriate action, because everything we do in leadership must have some appropriate action at the end of it. It's important that we move forward with everything we do, and we need actions that are clear and concise and have a good chance of bringing results. But we can't do that when we're overwhelmed or not thinking clearly. So, this very simple little model helps me on a daily basis to get grounded and to get focused. As I slow down, I put things into perspective by taking stock, own it What am I responsible for? And really take charge of that. And the fourth one is then proceed with the actions that I have to take that will bring about the result that I'm looking for. Hey, I hope that helps. Give it a shot. I think you might be very surprised at not only how simple it is, but how well it works when we take it on as a habit for our daily lives. As usual, we've got plenty of news. There's so much happening at Proteus already this year. But this week we ran our first training programs for 2021, and it was great to be back in front of people both virtually and face-to-face right across Australia. And today I want to introduce you to Corinne Jones, who is a senior educator at Proteus, but also our regional leader up in Queensland. She ran our very first program for the year virtually this week. And then over the next few weeks, I also want to introduce you to some other staff members and educators that we have here at Proteus. So over to you, Corinne.
Hi, I'm Corinne Jones, Regional Leader for Queensland at Proteus, and on Tuesday I had the privilege to run my first workshop for the year, working with a brilliant group of leaders who I had been working with since September. It was an embedding day, which was really about taking what they'd learned, all the tools and concepts from the many programs they've done since September, emerging leaders, understanding and managing behaviour, creating a positive workplace culture and tough love leadership, taking the content, the strategies, the tools from those and looking at what they have put in the workplace, what's worked, what hasn't, and what else they can actually put in place. And it was brilliant to hear what they have been able to do since we last met and the plans that they've got moving forward.
Literally thousands of Australian leaders have attended our Creating a Positive Culture workshop over the past few years, and it remains one of our most popular and impactful programs. The program's conducted virtually over 3 hours, and it's facilitated by my co-CEO Richard Dorr, who I know many of you know and have attended his programs already. Culture is still one of the most important things that we have to work on in our teams and in our businesses. So check out the program on our website because it truly is a game changer. If you're not yet receiving our interactive e-magazine Proteus Life, which I have the great privilege of being the editor of, then visit our website and sign up, and we'll make sure you receive your copy free every 3 months. Magazine is full of great leadership articles and comments and has a full list of upcoming Proteus events and programs for the year. But here's the exciting news moving forward. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your stories, your ideas and your comments, and we want to publish them in our magazine every edition. So if you have something important to say and you'd like to see yourself in print, then send it through to me at des.penny@proteusleadership.com. So if you'd like to know more about what's happening at Proteus, visit our website and sign up and follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and or Instagram, or maybe all three. So that's it from me for this week. Have an awesome week, and don't forget to stop, slow down, take stock, own it, and then proceed and do something amazing this week. See you again next week.